Hello everyone, this is Joker Card here, and today is the final day of the Alchemist code as the end of service is today for the global version. The global version came out on around, I think November 2017, so it's been around 5 years since I started playing the game. I'm actually a day one player, well not completely day one since I spent like I think 2 or 3 days re-rolling for the best character at the start of release. So I have never made a Alchemist code video, but before the game ended officially today, I just want to make a video about my experience with the game as a free-to-play player and reveal it for a bit before the games officially end, which is in around like an hour or so. Well, for anyone that still doesn't know, the Alchemist code is still continuing in the JP version, and they're ahead by like I think 1 to 2 years. And the story of the Alchemist Code is still continuing on JP version. So if you still really want to play the game, you guys can still play on the JP version. I myself will not actually be moving to the JP version as this is it for me. As I think that there are a couple of things stopping from like I'm a free-to-play player from going to the JP version. First, this game is a bit too grindy in my opinion, as there's too many materials to farm. Like you have to farm EXP. Like when you first start out, you're obviously going to be limited and all this stuff. So the main thing that everyone wants to probably grind is soul shards, but there's like so many characters to grind for, especially the 5 stars, and it'll take you a while to even grind up all these to grind up the amount needed. As to actually for a character to actually be usable, they should at least to like gate 5, unless they're like a really good unit by itself. And not only will it take a while to grind these characters, these quests are also time gated, which is you only do 3 per day, so it's going to take you forever to grind them up. They're also going to take a large amount of AP, which is the resources you use to play these quests. And as you can see, I have a lot of these, but I'm actually been storing these a lot from like couple 2 years since they came out, and I finished farming most of the really big characters, so I don't have to spend too much. And these skip tickets I have here will actually help me from like spending too much time like trying to auto farm everything. As you might not know, but before this before like skip tickets and AP pots became like a really big thing, like at the start of the game, like they were very rare, especially the skip tickets, and AP pots back then still didn't existed. So if you're trying to farm, you have to like farm by hand, like enter the quest, let it play auto battle, and then once the quest finished, just click it again 3 times for auto quests. It takes like 3 hours to farm everything by hand, especially when you have to not only farm the soul shard, you also have to farm the character equipments too. Especially, I remember this was a pain in the ass to do, the sacred lion blades, where you need so many fragments of this thing that I'll spend all day, especially on 2x, just farming the hell out of this. And once in a while, even with all these skip tickets, you can actually run out of this like 2k if you're spending your time leveling characters. And mostly, not all of them were actually 3x. Some of them were even worse. There are these EX quests, which is only 1 time a day, which basically means that at minimum it should take you 300 days to level a limited characters, because these AX slots are mostly for limited characters, as to level 85 if you're not using elemental shards, as it takes 375 to max limit break a character, and then that's not also including all these soul shards. And as you can see, I have like a really big roster here, and I am not farming all of these up again, and it's actually not possible in my opinion. I like so many of these build here. And another thing that I really like about the game is that a lot of the, well, not so much back then, but a lot of characters and items now are limited in your opinion, as they only come up during like certain raid up banners, or yeah, basically certain raid up banners, and the chances of getting them in my opinion are not that good, as the game does have like you can easily get 5 stars in the game, but getting the 5 star that you want is pretty hard in my opinion compared to some other games. Like, I've been playing this game for 5 years, so I know what I'm talking about. I don't know if this changes over in the JP, but I can go through like a couple rounds and keep getting like multiple 5 stars, but without getting like the 5 stars that I really wanted. And one good thing about the JP versions is that they have a lot of collabs over there. I myself are kind of in between the problems of in between the idea of having collabs, as I do like the collab characters, but in my opinion, I think they are a trap. So as you can see here, this is Gilgamesh. Like, as anyone know, this is I think the first collab that we ever got in the Alchemist code, which is the Fate Stay Night collab for any old characters out there. And if you were playing around back there, you know how much of a beast he was. When he first came out, he was basically like unstoppable. He could do basically everything. He had high damage, good for AoE, like good for killing like multiple mobs at once, and he was also tanky enough to like not die while having like this high attack, and basically you can tell now like he's like basically garbage now. He's been power crept to oblivion basically. And the problem with these collab characters are that unless they're really famous IP and they get a rerun, they basically will never be upgraded. Like, as you can see here, like, he's only limit break 75. He doesn't have an enlightenment, so and I think the game will never get a rerun of the Fate Stay Night. So basically he'll be stuck at like level 85 while everyone will be having like level 99 with their max enlightenment and all the other upgrades that we'll get in the future, making them like 5 times more powerful than he was. Like collab characters are good for getting new players to join the game, but they get power crept like really fast into oblivion unless they get a rerun. Another of my collab characters I remember is, I think this is another big one, like he was like the best of the best, Lahar. Like, he had like this, if I remember correctly, like a stacking buff after he kills an enemy. I think he had like the 2.5 times charge with good AoE, because charging back then was really good because HP was like really low back then, so like all these monsters or whatever can like kill you so fast that your only chance was to really, I'll just kill them before they kill me, which is to charge up and then nuke them, which was a really big thing. Now it's still kind of a thing right now, but not as much as it was back then. So like characters like Lucian, which has fallen out, and Zangetsu were really good. Where's my Zangetsu? I haven't built. I think it was like 95. Like you charge and then you Dragon Cross to like cheese like these EX quests. Because some of these EX quests were impossible in my opinion, as the EX quests are hard quests that came out in this game are tied mostly to the character that were released at the time, as the characters that were released were built for the EX quest. I remember like the first EX quest I tried, I think it was the Christmas EX quest, the one that Cheyenne came out, and there's these people throwing like these fucking snowballs. It was like impossible to do because they throw pebbles or snowballs and they'll kill everyone except Cheyenne, and basically you had her, you could do the quest. If you didn't, then you couldn't do the quest. It was like virtually impossible because they were faster than you and they'll just one shot you. And only characters only stay relevant if actually I said it. Characters only stay relevant if they got updates, which is like I think Raphaelia. I think we had like, what was it, two or three reruns of this, so she got her upgrades and she's still really good right now, but that's what it takes to be good while everyone gets power crept to oblivion. Well, I have most of the characters here. Oh yeah, and this game we're also not all bad, as a lot of people might know. In like the beginning of the game, a lot of characters were really good and they were been power crept to oblivion. But one thing that this game did really good that like not a lot of other gacha, like barely any other gacha game did really well, was keeping old characters relevant. So if anyone can still remember, a good prime example of this is Zahar. You might look at him right now like he's really good. Like he's like a glass cannon, but you don't really like. There's ways to make him live, but he's like really strong. He's like the main thing if like you want to brute force anything. Like 2,207 attack. Damn, that's high. But you didn't notice. But if you were playing back in the day, Zahar was absolute trash. And people would prefer the likes of Vettel and Magus. Vettel and Magus compared to him, as he was just so bad. Like he'll die to everything, and like even through he was supposed to be like this thing that could, like this guy that can do like a lot of damage as a Dark Cavalier. Like he was dying too fast to do it, and like he didn't really do enough. Like you needed to do consistent damage while surviving, which was like the job of like Lucian. Lucian was tanky and he could do the damage with his charge up and supreme battle trance. But that all changed with the Babel Chronicle update, which was I think our first really big update, as they gave the Dark Cavalier zeal to him that made him like extremely relevant again, where like he became so good that you start running him into like a lot of like auto comps, and then he would just kill everything along with his what was it, this personal weapon. Like he got a personal weapon, which made him really good. And then last but not least, he got his third job upgrade, which is the True King of Darkness, which left him where he is today, which is pretty good. Like all these old free characters that you can see I built up with these blue marks, like these are all characters that had their class or job upgrades, and it made them relevant, or not, like it doesn't have to be completely relevant, but like usable, like if you want to build like a team around them, or or their niches. Like another big thing about this game is all these quests and like hard quests or like bosses have like a niche to them, where they're like, oh, I'm resistant to everything but like slash and a certain element. Like you need to be like slash, your attacking type has to be slash, and you have to be water to deal like a really good damage to the raid boss or whatever. That's why like in this game it's actually a big deal to have like a lot of characters in total, as there's so many types of attack in this game, like slash, missile, strike, non-typing, jump, magic, piercing, that you need like a lot of units to fill in all the gaps as the quest changes. Some of these are like resistance to like all the elements and like magic, so like you have to change different characters to test out. And I said before, this game is also really grindy, like not just like it's being time gated, as you have to grind for, where is it, the materials? Yeah, here's the materials. Like all these materials for job class changes, especially like the evolutions. Yeah, especially the evolutions. Like you run out so fast, especially like these these crystals. Like these will be, if you're starting Neil, these and the statues will be your limiting resources, along with the flags, in my opinion, will be your limiting resources, as if you start enlightenment characters like left and right, you run out of them like so fast, in my opinion, along with these evolution material. Well, not the low tier ones, but it's mostly these rainbow goddess pots that you're gonna be running out, as even I tend to run out of these once in a while, and I'm not farming them like daily, as I can farm them whatever I want, as I have too many. But you might not have all the AP to farm like all these. I mean, like, I'm not telling you to like start immediately and go get yourself like a level 99 character, but you're gonna need like a real like not just one. You're gonna need like a team of 5 characters to do some of the missions, as it's not efficiently to do like the lowest level difficulty. You want to do at least the medium difficulty. Well, all but say, I think the Alchemist Code was a global version, was really good, as they did improve the game like a lot, especially with the quality of life. And I talked about auto quest before, right? But in the past we didn't have auto quests, which was like I told you before. Like I would like the auto repeat button. I would press go on this quest, and then I would just wait for auto, and then they'll just auto, and I have to click again. That would take like 2 minutes, and I'll do this like forever. And like skip tickets, like I have like 10k skip tickets right now, but it was much rarer in their past. And I think Zenhi will be, you might look at me and I'm like 2 billion Zennies, right? I think this is a lot in my opinion. I actually capped it, and I still have like a lot of resources that I can convert. But I think Zenhi is a big deal, as for neo players, this tend to be also limiting resources, as enlightening characters, in my opinion, can burn Zenhi real fast, and you're just, in my opinion, grinding so many different things in this game. Like you're grinding soul shards, you're grinding evolution materials, you're grinding enlightenment materials, you're grinding Zenhi. You have to grind the soul shards. You have to grind the characters equipment, and not just that, like these, and like some characters equipments are locked behind like raids or like things that require tickets so you go inside them. But like these hard quests and like EX quests are like time gated behind like you only do 3 times a day, and it's not efficient for your AP to go on the normal quests, as you'll be spending too much AP as a new character to go inside them. Well, but like sometimes you can say that like I don't have to spend like the 75 soul shards. I can just spend like my what was it, the elementary crystals, or whatever you want to level up your character, which is actually a good idea, but only spend it on limited characters. No one would suggest you as a free-to-play player or like even like a medium well to spend your elemental soul shards on like basically farmable characters. But if you're not spending them on a elementary soul shards on a farmable character, it'll take you like basically like a year. There are like 2x or 3x, probably like a year to make a character playable on like the hardest difficulty. In my opinion, like they have to get their to 375, not including like the dupes, the 25s you might get, and like some other extras, and you have to get like around like what was it, like 800 or maybe more soul shards to enlighten them. I mean, like you're not gonna fully enlighten, but some characters do prefer to fully enlighten their thing. You officially want to enlighten their first one, as they do give attack. Their second one, depending on if they give it like if they give attack, then you might want to enlighten it if they're DPS characters. You don't really need to enlighten the third one. Second one's good for more stats. This one is depending on the skill. HP doesn't help. HP helps as regen, and this is you want to enlighten this as it gives more attack and your spirit gear, which can unlock. Oh yeah, there's also spirit gear, which is another separate equipment that you can farm for threads or whatever, or medallions to upgrade. And then there's the there's the enlightenment bond system, which requires even more soul shards to farm to get more stat boosts. This is like later in the game where like we're basically like if you finish enlightening your character, or like you want to skip enlightenment and just jump to this, that's also possible. But you're supposed to like have 600 for each character to reach level 3, and some of these characters are like EX quest characters. So wow, that's like 500 days of farming over a year just to like level 3 some of these, which is not really like something like realistic as a free-to-play player.
真に人の世に必要なのはおそらく私の粒子としての力ではない。他者の心を思うばかり。
And as you can see here, this is like the banners over here. Like the banners in this game, global, are, in my opinion, complete. Most of them are complete shit, even with like the raid ups and everything. In my time, only a few of them are really good. Like the one that gives coins that you can spend to get more soul shards, and that gives the high rating, but most of them aren't really good in my opinion. And I have said, like, the game did get better over the thing, but it was not enough in my opinion to completely save it. As 53k might be a lot, but that's not enough to, how would I say it, to 25k is needed to guarantee a character. I think it was like 25k. Like if you're going to what was it? There's like really no pity in this game, in my opinion. Like if you're going to transmute a character, you're gonna need 150 shards. So I think it was around 6k. No, 60k if you want to guarantee a character. Like if you're having really bad luck, you want to guarantee a character, and that would take a free-to-play player around like 3 months to. I wouldn't even say 3 months. I'm being kind of generous here. Like 5 months to gather. If you play every day, if you do everything, you watch all the videos, just to guarantee one character. That's including the discount coupons too, which is not really ideal. Like a bad thing about this game is that it takes forever to get like new characters, and that like lowers like your morale, like really like the idea of really playing this game long term, as you can spend like months without getting like a single new character, as you have to keep skipping banners to so you can save up your gems so that you can pull for like this really like meta character, or whatever character that you really wanted. And you also don't want to go below like I think 30k, as this game has like this gem banner. Like if you this gem banner that comes out once in a while, where you can spend like the gems you already have to roll this better to get like it always guarantee you more gems, but you don't want to always miss out on it, as it was a source of gems for my days as an Alchemist code player, as I was always like not try to go below 30k, so I can always like keep spending whenever these gem banners come out of like the blue. Like I would always like get like 20k more in my opinion, like 20k more gems in my opinion from these banners, like these gem reruns banner. So that's, did I talk about everything? Yes, I think I talked about most of the things that I really want to talk about. And as you can probably tell, like there's like a lot of events going on in each of these events. Like they're mainly focused on a specific character along with their class changes. So as talking about before, there's like a lot of class changes, like class upgrades, class changes, whatever you want to call them in this game. So that means a lot of farming. Like you have to, an example, let's go to a character I did not train yet, which, okay, this is a limited character. So first, let's upgrade her to level 60. So we need around 20, which is not that much, even as a. So this is Mystic character. So every job has 11. So you have to spend farm all these equipment or fragments to level her up, and then for some of these, after you level them up, they can class upgrade to a new one, which is the ones in the red borders, like this job right here. Like this is a class upgrade, like for like your base class. And then some of these characters have like a third upgrade, which you also need to farm for, like Zahar. Like he had a third upgrade on his class, which made it a lot better, but it was actually a pain in the ass to farm too, as it was only like the multiplayer. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell. The multiplayer in this game is also a really big thing, as some characters' job equipments are locked behind multiplayers. Zahar is one. I think Radel is also in. Radel was also another one. The slash magic. Where is he? Yeah, here he is. Like he's locked behind a multiplayer quest. And while I do like multiplayer, I keep seeing the game interactive is also kind of annoying when I don't really want to say. It's kind of annoying spending, as sometimes it takes way too long to move a character, and sometimes like the people disconnect, and then the AI doesn't know the crap they're doing, and like you basically just like lose the map. But it doesn't take that much to actually do try again, as I think you only spend like 15 of your gems or premium currency to like if you all die in the map for four players, then you can just like revive for 14, which is also like if you don't want to spend like like another 5 minutes doing the map. You can only spend like 15 gems, so like try again, like respawn and then just like finish it. So that's really all I have to say about the Alchemist Code over these 5 years. So that's really the only thing I have to say about these review about the Alchemist Code and the last 5 years I've been playing it. So if you have any comments or anything you want to agree or disagree about my opinions of the game, feel free to comment down below in the video. And for the rest of the video, I'll be like just showing you or like just making a database of like all the characters and all the like the things I got over the past 5 years as a free player. I think I'm like pretty like ahead of this game as a free to play player, as I have so many things, and I feel kind of sad that today's the last day and everything will get wiped off the all my hard work will be wiped up, and I'm not spending like I'm just gonna jump to like a new game. So those who are going to the JP version, I wish you the best of luck getting started over there, or getting lucky getting your good characters. Now, peace, and have fun playing your next gacha game or starting a JP version. I wish everyone the best of luck.